Well, hello everyone. Today I'll be discussing polio, a disease that has shaped global health history and continues to teach us valuable lessons about vaccination and disease prevention. So, first off, I want to talk about what is polio. Polio or poliomyelitis is a highly infectious disease caused by poliovirus. It primarily affects young children and spreads through contaminated food and water, especially in areas where there's inadequate sanitation. So, like low income or impoverished countries, you see polio spread because of the access to like unclean water and stuff like that is more prevalent in those spaces. The virus targets motor neurons, leading to muscle weakness or severe paralysis. In severe cases, it can cause respiratory failure, making it a life threatening disease. Polio outbreaks have occurred for over a century. One significant epidemic happened in New York in 1916, which raised awareness, which raised awareness about the severity of the disease. By the 1940s and 50s, polio had become a common fear among families. It became so much fear that parents didn't even want their children going outside and playing with other kids because they were scared their kid was going to catch it. Okay. This urgency accelerated research into developing a vaccine. So that brings me into my next point into some of the key players that helped develop a vaccine. One major scientist who developed the one major scientist who developed the polio vaccine was Dr. Jones Salk in 1955. He developed the what's the word? Inactivated polio vaccine, or IPV, which helped prevent the virus from affecting the brain and spinal cord. This was a vaccine that you injected into the bloodstream where your body would create antibiotics and prevent the virus from spreading to your brain and spinal cord. This vaccine became widely used in the United States. And then in 1961, another scientist came along, Dr. Albert Sabin, and he developed the vaccine orally. This made it easier for kids to receive the vaccine and get an injection. It was an oral drop, so this was widely spread among United States and other different countries. So overall, this impact of vaccination caused global campaigns to get on board, worldwide, so that polio could be outright eradicated. And then in 1988, we saw an overall 98% decrease in polio cases. Organizations like the World Health Organization, CDC, and UNICEF, backed by groups such as the Gates Foundation, have worked tirelessly to bring us close to eradicating the disease entirely. Polio remains an epidemic in only two countries, Afghanistan and Pakistan, showing just how effective these campaigns have been worldwide. So, what does this mean for the future? With polio almost eradicated, we can apply the knowledge and infrastructure built during this fight to tackle other infectious diseases. We can implement the same strategy that was used to tackle the polio vaccine to other infectious diseases. If we achieve eradication, polio will only be polio will be only the second human disease to be fully exterminated alongside smallpox. This will be a major milestone in public health, not only saving lives but also reducing the economic burden on healthcare systems globally. Okay, now to wrap it up, polio's eradication remains reminds us of the power of vaccines and how just important they are. It's important if there's like a vaccine that's widely available, like flu season or when COVID was on the rise, you want to get these vaccines because it helps prevent things rather than you just getting it later on. You rather be taking preventative measures to stop that from happening. Thank you for joining me in exploring the history, impact, and future of the fight against polio. This has been my presentation. Presentation signing out. Jeez.